Hello everyone, how's it going? It's me, Jaylene, also known as Femme4. With all the foot love I got from my foot fetish video, make sure you go see it. I kind of wanted to do one on foot pain. It's all about the balance. So today I am here to talk to you about bastinado. But have you subscribed to my channel yet? Bueno. Now let's move on to the 4 things that you'll be learning today. Number 1, what is it? 2, where did it come from? 3, why do people enjoy it? 4, 3 tips for beginners. Also, I'll have in my bonus links below the best positions for bastinado. Number 1, what is bastinado? It sounds like an epic hero in this really cool movie, but it actually really is a BDSM act where one person, i.e. the top, is inflicting pain on the other person's soles of the feet, i.e. the bottom, in more of a repetitive manner over a length of time. Generally used with a cane or a slender object like such, bastinado is not necessarily about heavy impact. Rather, it is more so these small, little, quick impacts that we give to the bottom of the bare feet, which result in a pain slowly growing as the feet get more swollen. Number 2, where did it come from? Bastinado is a form of Falanga, i.e. foot torture. There's an article in my description below, more on this. Bastinado was kind of first mentioned back in the 15th century when there was a collection of stories from Arabian, Persian, and Middle Eastern cultures in this collection called Arabian Nights. They started this act of bastinado more in the Middle East as a form of torture where they would have one person strung up with their feet on a wooden pole so they cannot move while they are receiving their blows. A not so fun fact is that though most Middle Eastern countries have this as now an illegal act, the country of Iran still uses this as a form of torture. Now, some of you may be thinking, if this can be seen as a form of torture, why do people enjoy it? Let's move on to number 3 to answer that. Why would people enjoy pain being directed towards the bottoms of their feet? First off, in terms of BDSM, if you are a receiver of the pain, generally you try to persevere through the pain in a conscious state, resulting in an altered state of mind. Some call it subspace, others call it your body releasing a lot of adrenaline during the pain it's going through and also diminishing these higher mental processes in your brain, your prefrontal cortex, in order to kind of help your body overcome this pain, which results in a meditative tunnel vision of sorts. Be sure to watch my sadism masochism video for more on this. Because feet are such a precious tool of the body, we can almost see this as a person offering up this intimate part of themselves to the top for them to do what they want with. And let's not forget that this person will be able to carry that intimate pain upon their soul, going through the rest of the day if they're walking on their soles. And this is something that masochists can find pleasure in, feeling that leftovers of the pain that they endured. What a fun trophy! Number 4, 3 tips for beginners. Number 1, know your anatomy. With bastinado, you have to be careful as feet are delicate little things. There's so many bones and nerves in them. So cute. Like I said before, this is a repetitive with light impact practice. Less is more, as it really is about the buildup of pain, not a one-strike wonder. The off-limit areas are toes are a no-go as they are made up of a lot of tiny little bones and can easily break upon heavy impact. The tops of the feet as well are a no-go because there's a lot of nerves on the very top and not much tissue protecting them. And don't go anywhere around the ankles. There's so many precious tendons that live there. The areas that I give you a thumbs up to hit, the bottom of the heel, this is the one that carries the most tissue and will probably have the least pain upon impact, though still very painful. The ball of the foot is also great. It won't have as much tissue protection as the bottom of the heel, but it will still have enough to protect the nerves that live below. The inner arch is also a great spot, though it is much more sensitive and should be hit much more lightly than the other 2 that I just mentioned. Number 2, not sure how hard you should hit? Little J has some homework for you. I want you to practice those 3 zones that I just mentioned upon your own foot. Make sure you start light and then ramping up the force as much as you need. I have heard Dave say though that generally you should not be using more than 10 to 50% of your strength with this act. It really should take minimal effort on the tops part to administrate this type of act. Hence why it is kind of something a lot of torturers like to use, as it didn't really require much work. Number 3, precise impact toys. Best rule of thumb here is to avoid any sort of toys that are not going to give you a precise hit. So for example, floggers, whips, etc. are not ideal. Toys that are good to use are canes, crops, rulers, And I also read in this one blog how the rounded edge of a spoon, either wooden or metal, also works really great as well. Precise hit, precise hit. And here I'm going to demonstrate with you my favorite toy with the riding crop, how to kind of administrate the light repetitive motions. It really is just a flick of the wrist. I'm really not putting any effort in. I'm probably doing 10% at this point. And it's not giving me any bruising, but I can feel my hand getting a little bit more swollen and swollen as the time goes on. Now people, make sure you go follow my IG or Facebook bonus links below, where I will be showing you the best positions of how to administrate bastinado. Fuck, I love that word. And if you enjoyed learning some sexy sex ed, make sure you click like and the subscribe button below. And don't forget that I also provide online coaching sessions, so if you want to book some one-on-one time for me to answer your questions, look at my website below. Thanks for watching everyone, it's me, Fem4th. Mwah.